Nevada 89533. So there's all kinds of ways to help, and this is the time to do it.
And for those of you out there who may not be familiar with Sharron, just do a quick Google search, and you'll see the race that she ran against Harry Reid, and you'll see how Sharron has been a part of the conservative movement much longer than many millennials have been alive. Let's just say that. It's amazing for a woman of 30 years old. No, I'm just kidding, Sharron, of course. But listen, this is someone with bona fide conservative credentials. I have no problem vouching for someone. And being an Italian from Brooklyn, New York, that should mean something to everybody. But for those who just don't want to be lazy and maybe want to just listen to you, Sharron, let's talk about some issues that are hitting, the people in Nevada. I gotta think the Las Vegas shooting and Second Amendment rights is going to be looming big all over the state. But how do you feel that will play in your particular district?
We all know, if we're thinking people, that it isn't the gun that kills. I had an interview with Sheriff David Clark, and we talked about that guns are merely an appliance, an instrument. If someone is bent on murder, they'll use their car, they'll use an airplane, they'll, get a knife. There's all kinds of ways to kill if that's your intent. And so to just look at the gun is to ignore the real root problem and never address the root problem. So when we're looking at all of these shootings, there has been a root cause in every one of them that investigators are investigating, but we're just not looking at that because the left and the establishment is always ready to go after our Second Amendment rights. And of course, we know that criminals don't care what the law says. I mean, that's kind of the definition of criminal, is that they don't obey the law. So you're really just punishing law-abiding folks by putting all these controls on their way to defend themselves. And I think that that's really what the Founding Fathers had in mind, was that we need to be the first line of defense. Anybody who's ever called 911 and had them say, well, it'll be 20 minutes before we get someone there, knows that they're going to show up about the time to take the report, not to stop the crime from happening. So I think that this is going to play well in Nevada as an issue. The fellow that I'm running against has already said that he doesn't think we should arm teachers. I think that every citizen has the right to keep and bear arms. That was my understanding of the Second Amendment, and I don't think that gun-free workplaces have worked out so well. When you have a gun-free zone, it seems like that's just an open invitation to someone that they're not going to have any pushback if they go into that place. And so that's one of the points of having a concealed carry, is that no one knows exactly who's carrying, who is armed, and they're a lot more cautious when they know that you could have someone carrying concealed in the school. So the people that say, oh my goodness, well, what if the kids take the teacher's gun? Really? If you're carrying concealed, you've taken a class that you've been taught how to keep from getting and letting anyone get your gun. That's just part of the course. And the other part of the course is you don't tell people when you're carrying. That's part of carrying concealed, is that that's the first rule, is don't tell people if you're packing or not. So I think that it's, like I said, we have a misfit here in our district, and that's why I'm running.
Gun-free zone seems to be a euphemism for target-rich environment. I tend to agree with you on that as well. And that's just a sample of what you'll find at SharronAngle.com. Now, that's Sharron with 2 R's, folks. It's kind of like Berardelli, hard to spell, but put in the extra R for Republican. And check out SharronAngle.com. Also on the Twitters, at Sharron Angle, and of course on Facebook as well. Everybody, go check out the website. Go check out her issues. It's all there in black and white. And please donate if you can. Money and people are what make political campaigns go around. And, Sharron's got the people behind her. We need to get some money behind her as well for her to make a credible run here. And this will be helping out one of the true conservative warriors out there, folks, that, I've had the pleasure to know for many years, and I hope you get to know her as well. Sharron, thanks so much for coming on the show. We're going to have you back as soon as possible. I love talking to you so much.
Thank you so much, Gene. I want to just warn people, if you want a good laugh, there's a lot out there on the web that Harry Reid and the trolls put up. So if you're looking to see Sharron in a tinfoil hat, it's there. And so, when you do SharronAngle.com, there's going to be a lot of different things that come up. But I hope that our talk here today, Gene, has really pointed the truth, and we all know that the truth is what sets us free. So just go to SharronAngle.com, find the real, true Sharron Angle.
Absolutely. We're just trying to whet the appetite here for many months of success and years to come. Sharron, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Hey folks, I just want to let you know about a great opportunity for listeners of Behind Enemy Lines Radio. If you go to our website, www.behindenemylinesradio.us, and click on the same box ad on the right side of the page, you will get a great opportunity for a discounted offer to join SaneBox. SaneBox filters out all the unimportant email from your inbox so that you can really focus on what matters. If you're anything like me, folks, you get hundreds of pieces of email a day, not many of which is important. SaneBox's smart filter will get everything you need to fly through your inbox and finally make email work for you. It gets rid of spam emails, it deprioritizes emails that aren't as important to you, and it helps you unsubscribe from mailing lists and individual senders with ease. So again, go to www.behindenemylinesradio.us and you click on the SaneBox ad and you'll be given an exclusive offer you won't find anywhere else. Gene Berardelli, back behind Enemy Lines. We're a little bit past halftime here on the show, but I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Behind Enemy Lines. Check us out at www.behindenemylinesradio.us. Check us out on the Facebooks and the Twitters at BEL_radio. And for those of you who want to listen to the show, whether it's, online or whatever, here's how you do it. You can always check us out on one of our rebroadcast outlets, including WJHC 105.1 FM in beautiful Jasper, Florida. That's WJHC Talk 107.5. We love everybody down there. WDDQ 92.1 FM, Talk 92.1 in Adel, Georgia. And WLBB News Talk 1330 AM radio in Carrollton, Georgia, all a part of the Talk America Radio Network. You can also check us out at ICRN. That's the beautiful organization with Ron Phillips that powers the Talk America Radio Network. KLRN Radio, Lone Star Talk Radio and Sackheads Media, and of course Lanterns Radio. Check them out at lanterns.buzz. And if you miss any part of those rebroadcasts, it's okay. It's cool. We got you back still. You can always check us out as a podcast. We're available on Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn, Podbay, Player FM, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, iTunes, and the mighty iHeartRadio Network, as well as Auto Radio, which is a project of SiriusXM for podcasts. Check them out as well. So, we got a little bit of show left here. I want to thank Sharron Angle for coming on the show. And, check her out, SharronAngle.com, at Sharron Angle on the Twitters, and of course she's on Facebook as well. Very accessible, very, very pleasant to always talk to her. Like I said, I've known her since about 2011, right after that run that she made and scared the crap out of Harry Reid for the U.S. Senate race in Nevada. Always pleasant to talk to her. One of the more genuine people you'll ever meet in politics. That's why I support her. Listen, I got nothing against the current incumbent there, but I'm always of the mind that if you don't stick up for your friends, then what kind of mook are you? What kind of person are you? So Sharon's a friend. She's been a friend of the show for years, and we're happy to continue to support her and all her endeavors. Shifting gears for a second, catching up on so much lately. We kind of ran the gamut during the first segment between the shooting in Florida to sanctuary city and state issues between federal government in California and all the stuff that we talked about, North Korea and all that. But we gotta get some of the fun, and that's the annual gathering of Hollywood buffoons that is the Academy Awards. Now, I didn't watch it. I subscribe to the Jerry Seinfeld school of award shows and the views that he expresses. It's just self-congratulatory nonsense, you know? It's all the same crap, you know? And think about what we're celebrating. We're celebrating the achievements of people, especially with the Academy Awards, of people pretending to be other people. And how well they did it. And, you know, stand in that spot, say what we tell you, and wow, you imitated that so well. And while I understand the pageantry and the majesty of, you know, the history of cinema and Hollywood, and believe me, I watch a lot of old-time movies. I've been on a Robert Taylor kick lately. Just got done watching Ivanhoe for like the 10th time. You know, back when films were entertaining and you know, you could lose yourself in a story and you didn't have to worry about messages or anything like that. Nowadays, Hollywood is just another advocacy group. It's just another lobby. And, you know, when you look at the Academy Awards and the reaction to it, it's not so much about the awards anymore. I mean, first of all, the Academy Awards are giving awards away to films that nobody sees. Shape of Water, I don't even know what it's about. Apparently it's about some fish dude falling and some woman falling in love with some sort of interspecies love affair. I don't even know. I don't even care. I'm not going to see it anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. And if the people within Hollywood and the Academy want to award, you know, crap like that, then go right ahead. Doesn't bother me none. But when you start tinging everything with a message, and you start alienating audiences, that's when I gotta call BS. You know, Dolly Parton had an interview recently that's been hitting, you know, the social medias and, you know, it's all over the Facebooks and the Twitters about how she's saying, I don't want to alienate audiences. I'm not going to talk about politics. I never have. I never will. You can ask me all you want, but you're still not going to get an answer out of me. And, you know, I applaud that way of thinking. I'm okay with that. But what I'm not okay with is Hollywood celebrating themselves, especially in light of what's been going on in Hollywood with the growing scandal and the seemingly unending merry-go-round of stories that have to do with, you know, sexual predation and pedophilia and all different things going on of a tawdry nature that shows that, you know, they're so hypocritical trying to tell us how to live, but they refuse to admit the Harvey Weinsteins of the world are out there and are, you know, being predators within their own community, and it was allowed to happen for decades. You know, and this, of course, in the context that news breaking this week that sources are telling, you know, I actually checked the Daily Beast. And yes, I did it for you. Don't worry about it. And, you know, there's stories coming out that the NYPD is ready to charge Harvey Weinstein with felony sexual assault. Just on the cusp of the Academy Awards happening. And happening, by the way, with fewer people watching it than probably ever before. The ratings were down about 15-16% from last year, and they were down from the year before that. They are in free fall. Because, again, they're alienating their audience. If it was all about the movies, I think everybody would be watching the Academy Awards. It would be a celebration of entertainment. But now it's not a celebration of that. It's become a lecture. It's become an advertisement for the left. It's become a progressive stereotype. When Jimmy Kimmel was on the show, and again, I didn't watch it, but I hear and saw certain things. When Jimmy Kimmel goes on there and say, you know, there's this march going on for gun control on such and such a date and such a place, and you should support it. I'm sorry, that's not what I'm coming here for. I'm not here for a you know, a union meeting. I'm not here for an association meeting. I'm here to be entertained. I'm here to see what film is winning what award, what actor and actresses are winning what awards. And then on top of, you know, the whole message of, you know, we're better than you and we know better than you, there's the shocking lack of self-awareness of giving awards away to people who are basically going counter to the narrative of, you know, the idea that they're cleaning up their own house.